Welcome Pickle Facts.
Okay, I just had to wiggle the cord, apparently. Okay. Yes, the critter voice. Yeah, I had to wiggle the cord, apparently. It was plugged in. It was plugged into the dongle, but apparently needed a wiggle. Okay. Hi, how are you doing today, Alex? So, yeah, we are checking out some documents that are in the office. I opened up this container after Dylan deuced out on me, and now we're looking at the Great Northern War, these notes of the Great Northern War. A unit unexpectedly found one survivor, a baby, amid the rubble of the hotel. As there were no identifying documents or markings, they were forced to name the child after the sole surviving marking on the ruined hotel's sign, Baby Foxtrot. I don't understand. A baby? This all happened decades before I was even born. What does this have to do with anything? So this is stuff that was sent to her mentor, addressed to her mentor, and she doesn't know why this stuff was sent to her mentor, who is in jail serving time for a crime that Nina does not believe that she committed. And this is like part of the overarching story for this game, so not something that you know, was just for this chapter only. It's like the overarching narrative. Okay, this seems to be a lockbox. I've seen them in banks and other places. They store items for safekeeping. Locked. No key either. These things can't be forced open. Like you could, but the necessary force might destroy whatever's in the box. But looking at the box itself, it has all the right markings. This is a military lockbox. What use would Sandra have for a military lockbox? Okay. I don't remember what I suggest explosions, right? Right? Exactly. So, how are things for you today? Are you doing anything fun this weekend or anything like that? What are you having for dinner? I had just kind of snacks for lunch. I'm going to have keema for dinner, though. Vegan keema that we've made with some naan, I believe. Something like that. Where am I even going? Oh, there's a highlight on the building. This way? No, that way. Okay. I guess it's time for court. Yes, okay. Cool. Day 4 of the court case. Okay. So, Dylan didn't show up. They had a big fight at the end of the last section, the last day, the end of last stream. Good job. He said he quit, as he'd totally be fired. Aquila. Chad. Where's your thespian friend? Don't know. Is he okay? Don't care. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Please be seated. We are assembled for the second day of the trial of Amelia Norden. Okay, let's see. So, Alex, you say, I don't know what's going on with cooking today. Jen is off doing knitting club things. Okay, awesome. Didn't know that she was in a knitting club, but that's very cool. May just be having leftover fried tofu and broccoli. Okay, cool, cool. Did you ever make the tofu 65 that you were talking about possibly making, or did you just do like other tofu and such? And then if you could send me some moros, I would like that. Right. Yeah, my dad really liked the food that I made for him, and he ate all of it, and then requested more of the maduros as well. So I was pretty happy with that. So we did a good job on the cooking for him. I wanted him to have an appetite, and he did. So, yay. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Amelia Norden stands accused of murder in the first degree of her husband, fellow actor Janice Duo. On the first trial day, evidence came to light suggesting Amelia armed a staged device that incinerated her husband. However, while there was certainly means to show that Amelia could have committed these acts, Amelia's motive was not well established. Additionally, it was not clear how events transpired that gave Amelia the opportunity to sabotage the studio's equipment. In the typical triumvirate of means, motive, and opportunity, if two were well established, that would be something. But one is insufficient, short of being accompanied by a mountain of clear-cut evidence.
Welcome Panda_Quinn21.
Hey there, Quinn. What's up? Alex, you say she's not just... Woo!
It's delicious.
Yay!
Panda_Quinn21.
Awesome. Welcome home. So Alex says, not just in a knitting club, she knitted a sweater last month. It says Wonder on the front in the same manner as the Wonder Bread logo, and with the primary color dots on the sleeves. Ah, that's very good. Please tell me that she gave it to a white person to wear the Wonder Bread sweater. That is very good. How am I? I have had yay. Okay, so she's wearing it herself. Very good. So Quinn, I'm fucking exhausted. Last night we had a big scare. Things are okay today. Yesterday was a bad day all around. But we persist, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream at all, even though I was hoping to stream and put it on the schedule. But here we are, so I'm here and I'm doing. So that's how I am. I'm doing. So, yeah, we persist. I interrupt. That's right, and that's what I love. I love it when people are in here to talk. I love that. That makes me happy. So Quinn, Alex has already said that he is going to be having probably fried tofu and broccoli. Also, Alex, I didn't know if you probably were in an ad break. I wanted to know if you made the tofu 65 or not. I didn't catch that part. I'm assuming since you just said fried tofu, but you didn't say tofu 65, that you didn't. But I figured I'd ask because it's freaking delicious. Anyway, yes. So, continuing on, Chad says, Your Honor, the prosecution still asserts that a murder took place during these events. Chad must know, surely, that he'll need to try and prove that by witness testimony. Can he do that? We spoke to so many people and kicked over so many rocks. Very well. Mr. Hawk, please restate the prosecution's case. Immediately. Okay, so, Quinn says, I'm making chicken porridge with shiitake mushrooms. Very cool. There's a guy at the farmer's market that sells mushrooms. He's the mushroom guy. Like, I don't know what his actual name is. He runs, I think the actual business is called the Mushroom Factory. But anyway, he sells shiitake and chestnut and lion's mane and and oyster, and I think that's it. But like, I don't know, like his mushrooms are really, really good. And not only that, but like he sells them for cheaper, way cheaper than the grocery store sells them for. So we always go to the farmer's market like all the time for mushrooms. So every time he sees us, he's like, hi, you know. It's like, maybe one of these days I'll actually ask what your name is, guy. So anyway, Your Honor, despite the issues revealed with our case during our last session. Yeah, mushroom is easy to call. That's what I've heard, but like I haven't ever tried to grow mushrooms. I know that they have, like, my sister just did a mushroom growing kit that she found on clearance, and it just like blew up and had like a bunch of oyster mushrooms now. So it seems undeniable that Janice Duo was indeed incinerated on the set at the TV studio. It has been established beyond reasonable doubt that this could not have been some sort of accident, which suggests a deliberate action by someone causing caused this tragic events to transpire. I'm not reading properly very well right now. Okay, we believe this outcome was engineered by Amelia Norden, and we intend to show this through witness testimony. What have you got, Chad? I looked into everything, spoke to almost everyone. Thank you, Mr. Hawk, for your summary of the case. Amelia Norden, before we begin proceedings, do you wish to modify your plea? No, Your Honor, I maintain that I am not guilty of these accusations. Very well. The court recognizes your non-guilty plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, Chad, let the games begin. Okay, so Quinn said mushroom growing. She had it as a project for 7th grade. Oh, that's cool. Like, we didn't have anything cool like that for a 7th grade project, unfortunately, when I was growing up. But that's very neat. Very neat. So what kind of mushrooms did you grow? The prosecution calls Jenna Stamp to the stand. Where was she hiding? I guess almost everyone isn't quite everyone. I was going to say, Jenna Stamp, I don't even know who that is. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Miss Stamp. Jenna, if you please. Very well, Jenna. I must say, you seem surprisingly at ease within the courtroom. I'm here to help out Millie. Despite outward appearances, I can't believe that she's guilty of what she stands accused. Well, that's an unexpected bit of help. But Mr. Hawks said he saw something in my statements to the police and wanted me to act as a witness. Your Honor, if I may. So you, Quinn, you did oyster and enoki mushrooms? Very cool. Yeah, I think I mentioned it. The kit that my sister had, that she currently has, that has a bunch of mushrooms like just growing out of everywhere, those are oyster mushrooms also. So those must be pretty easy to cultivate, given the right conditions and everything. So Miss Stamp is a former legal secretary for a large legal firm in Fledge City. That would explain their demeanor. In any case, Miss Stamp, Can you state your name and occupation for the record? Certainly. My name is Jenna Stamp, and I work as notary and legal advisor to the Valkyrie Raising Project Studio. You're a lawyer? No, not fully. As Mr. Hawk just explained, I worked for an extended period as a legal secretary. Yes, the legal drama, Alex. You missed the other several days of legal drama. My position doesn't merit a need for a full-time lawyer on staff. Just someone to act as a notary and go over our contract terms. I see. And I assume then that, like so many others, that you were present when the incident occurred. That's right. Mr. Hawk? Yes, Your Honor? In the interest of brevity, I am forced to ask a question. Did this witness see more of the incident than the others? No, Your Honor. The prosecution is interested in something else. Jenna, just over a week ago, you notarized a document for Milia. As is my job, it was all in order. It was all in order. I provide those services for all the studio's staff. Your integrity is not in question, Jenna. Then I don't understand the relevance. I assumed I would be here to testify about my perspective of events on the day of the incident. Then you were mistaken. Huh. I assumed this earlier event is very relevant, Mr. Hawk. I don't believe so. I asked the court for latitude in this instance. Very well. Witness, please move on to your statement. Under duress. Okay, so yeah, Alex, there were other points of the legal drama, but like you just happened to miss all of them and only get the adventure game stuff. Yeah, depending upon the case, sometimes there's more courtroom stuff than there is out of courtroom stuff. It just kind of depends. So it's kind of like Moxie wanted to see the yeah, all you got was the owl discussion. Yeah, Moxie wanted to see the beat 'em up section, but that's the one thing that Moxie didn't get to see because she was in here at different times around the beat 'em up section and never did see the beat 'em up. Okay. I act as the de facto notary for everyone in the studio for both work documents and personal matters. Just over a week ago, I notarized a document for Milia. It was entirely within my remit to do so. People present me with many documents, like maybe they need a copy of a passport or they're getting a mortgage. Very well, Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Jen is clearly trying to obfuscate something, and I don't know what. She probably thinks she's helping. I'll need to get it out into the open, or if Chad does know what it is, he might use it against us. Okay, so my tendency in this game is to press everybody first before I get to anything else. Tell me more. For the court's benefit, can you explain what a notary does? Of course. The most freewheeling kind of legal strategy, to be honest, right? Right. A notary is a person licensed to notarize things like forms, legal documents, and the like. In practice, that means the notary stamps them with an official seal to show they've passed notary approval. Lawyers are notaries by definition, but anyone can apply to be one. There's a test and some criteria. Okay, now let's press. Tell me more. A document? It was a personal matter. Of what kind? A legal arrangement with a third party. Your Honor. Out ahead of you, Miss Aquila. Miss Stamp. Surely the court understands that a degree of confidentiality is... It's okay, Jenna. Millie. I trust Nina. Fine. Milia asked me to notarize a life insurance policy that would award her a significant sum in the event of Janice Duo's death. Order! Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, it's always important. There is never a time when you say, no, it's not important, and you throw this information out, at least in my own experience here. Very well. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? Yeah, just wasting your time, Your Honor. Okay. So, Amelia took out a large life insurance policy on Janice. The document needed to be stamped by a notary for legal purposes. Okay, let's press. Tell me more. Seems like a normal thing to do, given your role. I feel the same way.
Objection!
Objection. Need I remind the court we are dealing with the aftermath of a murder? The optics of this act are a factor. Timing is everything, as they say. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, let's do it. I'm forced to admit the timing of it is incriminating in retrospect, but I don't know much about Milia and Janice's marriage.
Hold it!
Again, tell me, why didn't you discuss it? It's like anything with the benefit of hindsight. I didn't assume this kind of thing was going to happen. Hank got me to notarize an insurance contract on his car. I didn't expect him to crash it the following week. It seems perfectly normal in that case. Only if you disregard the context. Say a wife, unknown to others, had reached the end of her tether over successive arguments with her husband. I could characterize it as a cynical prelude to a later action.
Objection!
Your Honor, the prosecution is theorizing. Fine, I retract that statement. Still, Chad has a point. This kind of thing isn't unheard of. Taking out insurance on an item or person, then committing a crime to claim it. That reminds me of H.H. Holmes, actually. Anyway, but Milia seems to have genuinely cared for Janice. Did we find any items in Milia's trailer that suggest she was emotionally invested in the marriage? Something that somehow involves Jenna would be a bonus. Okay. Alright, so I gotta go back through. Chad's back to the idea of trying to establish a motive with Milia getting a windfall if Janice dies. He's right to do this because, devoid of context, it does make Milia look bad. I need to provide that context. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the positive test. They were trying a posthumous revenge strategy. Yeah, so I'm theorizing that what happened is actually that, like, Milia is pregnant. That's what that test is, although they keep on talking about it like, oh, it's a COVID test, more or less. But I think that she was pregnant, and that's the kind of test it was. So I think she's pregnant, and also about the rest of it, like, I think that Janice is also, like, to get into the lore of the Valkyries and stuff, the son of the villain of the Magical Girls that lives in Niflheim. I don't remember her name. So I think that because they had a fight a long time ago, and then this Janice guy showed up.
Incoming ad break.
And, like, he had no memory of the past. So I'm pretty sure he's that guy. Let's see. Let's see.
Objection!
Let's try this. Pregnancy and COVID tests are nothing alike. Yeah, I know, right? So, Jenna, how would you characterize the acts of a person capable of defrauding insurance after murdering their spouse? Okay, so not that I've ever tested myself for pregnancy, but my understanding is that it isn't a nasal swab. Yeah, it's not a nasal swab. Yeah, you would think that maybe they would know. But then again, the two people who found this are Nina herself, who is not currently in any kind of a relationship, and then Dylan, who's a dude. So, like, and a biker. So I don't know if he's had any involvement with children. So, like, they might not know how those tests are run. I mean, I think it's pretty common knowledge, but who knows? Okay. I find the question insulting. Please, Jenna, if you insist, I'd find such a person callous and cruel. There's no way such a person could genuinely love their partner if they committed to such a plan. In that case, then look at this. Amelia and Janice's wedding. I remember that day. The food was particularly good. Are you seriously suggesting the existence of a wedding photo disproves this case? Whether Amelia and Janice were married is not a matter in contention. Context, Chad. This entire line of thought is based not on the actions, but their context in Amelia and Janice's marriage. Your Honor, this photo was displayed prominently in Amelia's personal trailer in a freestanding frame. For anyone entering or leaving, it'd be one of the first or last things you'd see. But this goes along with the context. What about Janice? Excuse me? Okay, so you think Amelia loved her husband. Did he share that affection? How is that relevant? If he didn't, that might strengthen their division instead of weakening it. Are you going anywhere with this, Mr. Hawk, or are you just spitballing? Ask the witness. Very well, but you're on thin ice with this one. Do not waste this court's time. Witness, please amend your statement. I don't know how Janice felt about it. I didn't speak to him about it at the time. Okay, tell me more. You didn't think to ask? There was no reason to. Like I said before, it just didn't seem strange to me at the time. We managed to plant doubt in the idea that Milia secretly hated Janice. Can we do the same for Janice with Milia? Okay. Chad's back to the idea of trying to establish a motive with... Okay, we already got that part. Yes. Okay, we continue on. All right. Okay. Let's find some proof. Yeah, so here's the positive test. Anyway. Okay, the photo in Janice's trailer. How did Janice feel about her? Prince Cacon. There you go. Yeah, his body was lost. This is who I think Janice is. I think he's actually Prince Cacon. Okay. Let's see. You know, how do I prove what he thinks of her? That's not going to have anything to do with how he felt about it. That's difficult. Okay. Let me do a quick savey save. Okay. Alright. The anniversary card. That's maybe the best thing I can do. Suggest that they did love each other because of the anniversary card. Yay! Okay. Your Honor, please look at these two items. I see a paper anniversary card and a wedding ring. These both belong to Janice Duo. The ring was kept in a prominent place. He must have taken it off before leaving to shoot his final scene. Meanwhile, the card was kept in a safe place in his trailer. This anniversary was weeks ago. So tell me, are these the actions of a man who hated his wife in marriage? Or might I suggest, those of a loving husband, with a wife who was merely taking a sensible precaution to safeguard her future? I love the gasps. AKA insurance, right? Yeah. Your Honor, surely you're not swayed by this overly sentimental... Silence! Mr. Hawk, you are out of line. While it's right and proper that the prosecution would bring this to the court's attention, and while my loyalty is always to justice, irrespective of my personal feelings, I, myself, am a widow. In my own case, the life insurance policy I took out on my late husband safeguarded my home and lifestyle for many years. This just would get her thrown off the case is what this would do. This storytelling she's doing right now. Oh, that's the thing you don't say in the court. And while the timing of this certainly does seem suspect, it would have to pair with an obvious pattern of neglect or hatred. Miss Aquila has demonstrated that no such pattern exists outside of mere gossip. So while this does not on its own exonerate Millia Norden, I find this line of logic baseless. Understood, Your Honor. Miss Stamp, Jenna, you are dismissed. Mr. Hawk, I remind you of my point at the start of this day. Motive, opportunity. Do you have a witness that can speak to either of these? I think I know where this is going. I do, Your Honor. A witness intimately familiar with the studio and the life of a high-profile actress. Called it. You can't read my thoughts, Chad, but I called it. The prosecution calls Amara Walker to the stand. Did someone call for a leading lady? Because she's just arrived. No pictures or autographs, please. Now wait just 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's fine. A bit of decorum goes. I forget sometimes what it's like. Meeting a celebrity and all for people like you. Like judges? Normal people. Oh, wow.
Welcome,
Hey.
Money Smith 777.
What's up, Moxie? So, we're in the courtroom again, and I was already a magical girl, Moxie. You missed the beat 'em up. I was just telling Alex, because Alex had missed all of the courtroom stuff until just now, and you completely missed all of the magical girl beat 'em up stuff. That was last time, mostly. I do, in fact, transform. You missed the transformation sequences and everything. It was great. I was gonna cut her down to size as a matter of professional pride. Now I'm worried I'm gonna enjoy it too much. Okay, Moxie says, most important question, did your cute sidekick become a magical girl? No, everybody that I know of from the Tanuki-sama Studios server is interested in seeing Dylan as a magical girl. But that is not what happened. Actually, not only did Nina save him, but then they got into a big fight, and then he said that he quits and he leaves. So at this point, Dylan is nowhere to be found. I'm sure he'll show up at the end of the chapter or something. But at this particular moment, he's not even in court with me. He left. So I think you jinxed it when you were talking on this week's Level episode about, like, I hope that it keeps continuing with that cute sidekick character. I think you jinxed it, my friend. So, all right, let's see. I should probably put my mobile dashboard on just in case I have ding-dang bots come in. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right, Your Honor, A moment, Mr. Hawk. So how are you doing today, Moxie? Tell me all about it. Miss Walker, yes. I appreciate you have some notoriety in your field. I suspect you've won numerous awards. 4, actually. Then know this. This place is a crucible, and those that work here are tasked with a solemn duty that I will not see disparaged. Put simply, Miss Walker, in this house, when I say all rise, nobody sits. Wow. I think she got off kind of light. Now please state your name and occupation for the record. Amara Walker, Your Honor. Now you're doing well. You got back from a beer run. What kind of beer did you get? Tell me about it. So Amara Walker says, celebrated actress, fashion icon, and star of Valkyrie Sacred Feathers. And I pose a similar question to earlier. Were you in the room when the incident occurred? Did you see more? No. Mr. Hawk. Amara Walker is the supporting co-lead, by which I mean she's the secondary. I would point you to my shelf full of award statues. Miss Walker, you will be silent, or I will hold you in contempt of court. If I am to be purely factual, Miss Walker has second billing on the show Valkyrie Sacred Feathers. She plays the rival of Milia's character. But it is fair to say her fan base, particularly among adult fans, rivals Milia's in real life. That's beyond doubt. I would present myself as the true lead, perhaps truer after all this. I must say, you seem somewhat callous. Isn't Milia your friend? I can understand why you'd ask that. Certainly, there was a time where I might have seen us as like sisters. But that was a long time ago. Ooh, she's full of death and destruction. Okay, so Moxie, you've got Denizen's Beer. It's a local LGBTQ-owned brewery. Got the Born Bohemian Pilsner. You'll have to let me know what that tastes like. That sounds cool. And if it has a cool can, post that in the server. Okay. Today, I'd say our relationship is purely professional. If this is what you call professional, am I here to testify or not? In that case, Miss Walker, you've already said that you didn't witness the event. Could the prosecution explain why you've been brought before the court? I'd invite Miss Walker to do that herself. I'm sure she'll be thrilled to do that. Your Honor, it's true that I did not witness the event, but I feel something like this was bound to happen. The studio is well equipped, but much of the operation is amateur hour. I see. Are your grievances primarily motivated by the studio's casting decisions? Or are you normally this disagreeable? Well, it didn't take long for Tawny to see right through her. From what I understand, the studio is highly successful. Success does not equal a quality workplace. Surely you've seen some of the examples already. A CCTV camera broken, left unrepaired. Explosive inventory being moved around in an unaccounted for manner. Amara, Miss Walker, I mean, you probably shouldn't, I don't think, you know. Devona's here? Oh, don't get me started on you. An associate producer? You couldn't produce your way out of a paper bag. Silence from the gallery. That dog's body's comment is to be stricken from the record. I mean, the court just spoke to the studio's legal assistant, who isn't even a fully qualified lawyer. Yeah, gonna have to talk to Hank about that one. Then there's Milia. She hogs the limelight. She steals focus. Then she defends her on-screen role as Valkyrie Freya with terminal intensity. She could let up, but no, she instead just piles and piles stress onto herself. From my perspective, the situation at the studio, paired up with how dangerous equipment is part of our job, This is like a powder keg. Eventually, anybody could snap and intentionally misuse the equipment in this way. Wait, is that actually true? I see. You genuinely believe Milia murdered her husband in the way the prosecution has suggested? You may never know what lies within another woman's heart or what goes on between two people in private, but yes. Janice was my friend too, and I hold Milia responsible for his death. Okay, so, yeah, sounds like some good beer. That's right.
Order.
Order. This is bad. Amara's a skilled orator, as expected from an award-winning actress. She almost convinced me. I will have order. So you see, Your Honor, Miss Walker is here to provide context as to Milia's opportunity to commit these acts. Understood, Mr. Hawk. Amara Walker, in that case, please make your statement. With pleasure. None of this surprises me. Much of the studio's behavior was amateur hour. Take the dysfunctional CCTV camera. It's been broken for a month. I told Devona to handle it, but still nothing. Or just how easily our footage of the incident was corrupted. Even the procedures around the use of the equipment by actors are lax. Miss Aquila, begin your cross-examination. Okay, so Amara has tried to convince the court that Milia did this either by negligence or from a place of malice. Can I poke holes in that assertion? All right. Tell me more. You don't appear to hold your employer in high esteem. When you see things day after day, season after season, our director only recently graduating from directing commercials and music videos. Our lighting person always seems to make my nose look enormous. You presumably get plenty of time to analyze when you're sitting in the back seat.
Objection.
Your Honor, defense is badgering the witness.
Objection.
It's not unreasonable
Incoming ad break.
to suggest that the witness has an agenda, given her dissatisfaction with being the second co-lead. How many times? Second star. Your Honor, upheld, Miss Aquila. Please do not badger the witness. However, the court will note that it has been clear from numerous comments from the witness that they are predisposed to criticize their employer for personal career development reasons. Will that be satisfactory? That will be satisfactory, Your Honor. Okay. Let's press.
Hold it.
Tell me more. It's just one security camera. It's the primary security for my trailer and the trailers of the other actors. It shows how disorganized Devona is, and she's meant to be keeping track of this stuff. Well, budgets and availability. Oh, forget it.
Hold it.
Didn't the file server practically explode? At the worst possible time. The entire point of those systems is to try and prevent data loss. I had no idea you were such an expert in data file storage solutions. I'm not. But Jack's supposed to be, yet look what happened.
Hold it.
What makes you say that? This entire situation. The policies at the studio seem quite detailed. I mean, Cat Wheel said that the VFX system could only be activated by remotes, and that system is bulletproof. That may be, but anyone with a remote could use the VFX system, provided it's loaded. Anyone? Anyone with a remote? Like Milia.
Order.
Do you feel this is important? Yes. Very well. Witness, can you add this to your statement? Once the equipment was loaded, anyone with a remote could have activated the Pyron. It must have been Milia. Let's see. I'm I know I need to use that costume. I don't know if I have to do it right now, though. Let me push anyway. Let's press
Hold it.
and continue on with this. Anyone with a remote? Do I need to repeat myself? Anyone could have done it. Anyone, huh? Yeah, that's the point. Amara might be convincing, but I place my faith in Milia. I've got to poke holes in her story. Okay. Alright. Let me see if there's anything else I need to use before that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can use. Let me see.
Objection.
Let's do this. Okay. Amara, you suggest that anyone with a remote could have activated the machine once it was primed. That's right. Anyone? Yes. Anyone with a remote? Anyone? Even you? What? You said anyone with a remote. You confirmed that just now. So? Well, more than one person had a remote. You had one.
Order.
That's ridiculous. But it's also true. It's true I was wearing my costume, but I didn't use my remote. Oh, it's that simple, huh? Then Milia didn't use hers. Case closed. This is preposterous. You have CCTV footage of Milia arming the machine. Now we're getting somewhere. Your Honor, I would like Amara Walker to add this info to her statement. There's even CCTV footage that clearly shows Milia in costume arming the machine. Now, where's the costume checkout? Not the missing Janice costume. Wardrobe checkout form. I don't know if this comes into play right now or not, but we'll try it.
Objection.
Nope. Nope. Okay. Not yet.
Penalty.
Rats. Okay. Let me go ahead and save it real quick. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's see, that was for the incident in the control room. I don't know if that's the one I need to use. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I don't have anything that shows the CCTV footage, so... both of their costumes are identical. So maybe it's the monochrome feed I have to share.
Objection.
Nope. Not that. Okay.
Penalty.
Okay. I have a lot of evidence. I just have to pick the right thing. Okay, footage of an ammo canister. Yeah. But it's black and white. I don't know. I can... That's... Let me see if I can push. Come on. You've seen the footage? No. But Mr. Hawk described it to me. He said it shows Milia in her Valkyrie costume. Interesting. She hasn't seen it. Maybe it's time to show it to her. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Objection.
Nope. How do I... Nope.
Penalty.
Okay. I'm gonna have to load this stupid thing. Alright. Oh, I was on the wrong one. Okay. Let me load that real quick. Okay. Okay.
Objection.
Okay, let's go. Amara, can you look at this? I assume this is from the CCTV footage. This is actually the first time I've seen it. Describe what you see. I see Milia in costume. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. Describe what you see. Milia, no. Be more literal. Your Honor. Sustained. You had better be going somewhere with this, Miss Aquila. Humor me, Amara. Fine. I see a woman. Go on. She's blonde, and she's wearing Valkyrie Freya's costume. That's it. That's the problem. What? Amara Walker, the footage is monochrome. It's black and white. It's also low definition, and it's dark. Are you certain it's Valkyrie Freya's costume? Are you truly certain it's even Milia in the picture? Because I'm not so sure you can be. Your Honor, a great deal of speculation rests at present on the veracity of this piece of footage, which my client flatly denies. Suppose I were to suggest that this photo doesn't show my client at all. But how could that even be possible? It's simple. Amara Walker aspires to be Milia's equal in every way. They have the same body measurements down to the millimeter. Wait. Their costumes are identical, save only for their color. Wait. And this is black and white footage. Wait. And we've established that Amara had a Pyron 9000 FX remote at the time of the incident. Wait. Are you seriously accusing me of being involved in Janice's murder? Will you do anything to exonerate your clients? Like I'm gonna take a lecture on professional courtesy from you, of all people. Your Honor, when this CCTV footage was taken, I was in my trailer. I have a careful regimen of leave-in conditioner that takes several hours. Oh, you do that too? I do that. I can see that's why your hair is gorgeous. It was always one of my nicer features. Not now. I can't lose this momentum. Your Honor, I would like the witness to add this latest fact to their statement. About the conditioner? Yes. Witness, please amend your statement. At the time of the CCTV footage, I was in my trailer performing my careful leave-in conditioner regimen. No, ma'am. You had the wrong conditioner. Miss Walker, perjury is a serious offense. Hey, Greg. Welcome
Welcome
in.
Soulblazer 16.
Lurking is cool. Hanging out is cool. Appreciate you stopping by. Work was bad and I have yet to make dinner. I'm sorry work was bad for you. And, you know, that you still have other stuff you have to get going. But hopefully you can treat yourself to a good dinner and just kind of chill out for the rest of the evening at least. Do you have 4th of July off? Although you said you were lurking and you need to make dinner. You don't have to answer me. Defense is trying to badger the witness. Miss Walker has made a statement that I know to be false. Explain yourself immediately, Miss Aquila. Gladly, Your Honor. Miss Walker could not have been treating her hair on that evening because she didn't have any conditioner left. Work was bad. Yeah, okay. Are you serious? If you recall, Miss Walker, I haven't been able to wash my hair in days because you just can't seem to follow a simple instruction. So tell me, were you really washing your hair? Miss Walker. Quiet, Devona. But Miss Walker. Fine, just sit down and shut up. Your Honor, it could not have been me on the CCTV footage, as I was out that evening doing some preparation. I'd done some research about an upcoming photo shoot. I'm not sure how that... Milkers. Next week, I have a centerfold pinup shoot planned with Milkers magazine. So I was at a beautician's office on 4th Street, having a Hollywood wax. Yes, oh my. My PA, Devona, is shouting because she probably has the receipt in her office, if you give her an hour to find it. And you're testifying under oath that you were out all evening? I am. It's not a short process. So can Devona. She booked it, and she often sleeps in my trailer. I can't for the life of me see why, but she seems to like it. By the time I got back, these events were long over. I simply went to sleep. A bit sore. But I can scarcely believe this. I came here to serve justice, and yet I'm accused of a crime. I haven't accused you of anything, Amara. I've simply pointed out that many of your supposed reasons to believe Milia is guilty can also apply to you. If you profess your innocence, how can you be so uncertain of Milia's? Lawyer tricks and lies. I'm tempted to walk right out of this kangaroo court. What's wrong, Amara? Itching to get home? Amara Walker, you will leave when I dismiss you and not before. That being said, while Miss Aquila's points were reasonable, Amara Walker has cast a shadow on the studio's security processes and damaged its air of professionalism. This does, in a roundabout way, give credence to the opportunity for Milia to commit this crime, though while Miss Walker is able to prove that she isn't in the CCTV footage, the court is perturbed by Milia Norden's continued insistence that she is not in the footage. That would seem difficult to refute, to the point of near ridiculousness. And there's a double wood there. Let me take a picture of that. With that, Miss Walker, you are dismissed. Mr. Hawk, do you have any more witnesses? No, Your Honor. Was it enough? I felt I poked plenty of holes, but none of them were definitive. I am forced to ask, during the first day of this trial, the prosecution discussed a corrupted video of the incident. I assume then that you did not yet have this video to present? No. Well, that's a relief. However, what? Police forensics have made progress while working over the data. They believe they will have results within 24 hours. Fan-tucking fastic. I see. That makes my decision somewhat easier then. It is the court's decision that due to the large number of questions that remain over this incident, and that the video in question will likely be evidence of a definitive nature, that we shall defer until the day
Incoming
after
ad
tomorrow. Aquila. Once the footage is restored, I'll immediately share it with the studio. It's theirs, after all. They should be able to make a copy for you, should you need one. The defense finds that acceptable. That footage had better show something really, really surprising, or that threatens to drop the curtain on this whole thing. 24 hours. The clock is ticking. Court is adjourned. Great, Chad hasn't left yet. Looks like he's checking his phone. Maybe I can arrange via him to meet the DA, Taryn Kestrel. So, she sleeps in your trailer, oh my? Yes, indeed. And, also, Devona, who sleeps in Amara's trailer, is in a relationship with Hank, who's the guy who runs the studio. So there's a lot of mess. Anyway, yeah, you can leave court if you want. Not with the judge telling her no. Hey, Chad. Aquila. Something wrong? Is Taryn Kestrel about today? The DA? She's usually upstairs in her office. I want to speak to her if possible. A moment, if you will. Yeah, it's Chad Hawk. I have a defense attorney down in courtroom B who wants to speak to you. Aquila, Nina Aquila. No, she didn't say. Do you want us to come up? No problem. She's coming down. Okay, time to put on the serious face. Hello! Nina Aquila, isn't it? You're apparently a bit of a rising star. Don't let her get to you. She might seem nice, but she's... Funny business, this whole TV show incident. It certainly is, D.A. Kestrel. Oh, please. It's D.A. Kestrel to the public, but just Taryn to those I feel I can trust. You feel you can trust me? Current circumstances force you to be honest. I'm sorry? Well, you want to seek a plea bargain for Amelia Norden. What? No. That isn't why I wanted to speak to you. Huh. Then why? I actually wanted to ask you about a different case entirely and see if you have its records. It involves a businessman named Krantz. That's quite impossible. No hesitation, not even a second to think about it. She had that refusal in the chamber. Why? To be clear, you're talking about the final trial in which Anya Miller acted as prosecutor. Is that correct? Uh-huh. As DA, I'm granted the power by the city to seal certain records if I believe it's in the public's best interest. I wish to appeal that decision. Of course, you can do so once they come up for review. When's that? In about 30 years. Taryn, I believe Miss Aquila could appeal that decision immediately if she were to file the right motions. True. But I would need to see proof that it would be of strong interest in another active trial. I'm not convinced such proof exists. Why do you wish to see the Krantz file? I think you're fully aware of my reasons. To exonerate Anya Miller? Because if that's so, then you're obviously not familiar with the particulars of that case. Of course I'm not familiar. It was 10 years ago, and I don't have the files. You should be careful what you wish for. Though it might not seem like it, I do sympathize with the situation in which you've found yourself. You're left with endgame moves, and you want to trace things back to the opening of the game. Endgame moves? Anya left you her business. It's natural you'd feel some sense of obligation. It's not an obligation. I'm Anya's friend. I think I touched a nerve. So was I. Call me if you wish to negotiate a plea deal. Okay, Taryn. No. You will address me as D.A. Kestrel. Chad, before you ask, I don't know anything about this Krantz business. I see. But you rattled her. I think you just made an enemy for life. You should be careful what you wish for. What did she mean? No time to wonder about that now. I've only got 24 hours to try and find some answers to Milia's case. Maybe it's time to get in some outside help. Convenience store, payphone. Let's go. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. It's over here. What was it again? 555-548-39473. Now we head to the warehouse. Live wire. They've got to be around here somewhere. Live wire. No help this time, huh? Great. Breathe. Breathe. That came from outside. Okay, not over here. Alright. Running this way. Oh, everything's on fire. Look at all the fires. This is getting out of hand. I'm starting to understand how Amara felt. I can only be in one place at one time. How am I meant to defend Milia and save the city? Oh, hey, Moxie, look. You might get a magical girl section. All by myself. Nope. No magical girl section. This is the end of the day. Okay. I was hoping there real SimCity 1988 vibes for a minute there. We didn't even get to see the weird creepy guy that, you know, or masked figure rather. So, I need to take a quick BRB, so I'll be right back. Just enjoy the little clips real quick. Hello, y'all. I am back. I am back. Okay. Hoot! No, not the owls. They're back! Ah! Damn it, Comet! Oh yeah, love Gordito brand chips. Yes. Don't you ever knock? Young lady, this is not the time for such trifling things as manners. There's a city in peril, and your oath gives me the right to wake you. And what about my rights to a good night's sleep? Huh. Comet, I have a lot of investigation to do today. Why did you come barging in? It's Shtarna. Milia's bird? You said she vanished. Huh. If we find Shtarna, maybe she could shed some light on the case. Have you seen her, Comet? I searched and searched, but could not find her. Eventually, I had to roost and recover for another day of searching. Oh, so it's fine for you to fall asleep? It was necessary. While resting, I experienced a vision. A vision? A view of a distant place, allowing me to perceive remote events. The seers call it farsight. I am not skilled in its use, but I have brief flashes. What did you see? I saw Shtarna in an area of pavement and grass before a statue of a red lady. Pavement and grass. And a red lady statue? I'm not sure I've seen one like that. Or I'm sure I've seen one like that. Can you take us there? Let's move. Now, where did I see that statue? In the park, of course. It's time for magical girl nonsense. So, I'm pretty sure we have to go to the park, I think. There's only a limited number of places we could be going, so. But where is the park? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go do it. Okay, a statue of a red lady. There we go. Shtarna! Shtarna! Is she breathing? I can't see her breathing. She's breathing. But she looks exhausted. It's the end. Don't say that, Shtarna. You'll be okay. No, not me. It's magical girl time! Moxie, if you're still here, you get your magical girl section. Somehow I'm not surprised. Grah! Malfara has orders to capture any talking bird. Then you'll have to go through me. By the power of this sacred feather, Valkyrie, transform! Yes, yes, hydrate. Thank you, Quinn. Also, I think I need to turn this light on. There we go. Oh, you're still here? You're sorting stuff? I don't know what you're sorting, but I hope that you are having a good or productive time. You ruffians won't harm a single feather on Shtarna's head, not while my wings flutter. There's a lot of them, Comet. Ha! A mere trifle. It's time I introduced you to your most powerful attack of all. Yeah, implied nudity, go. The deadly Megaton Smash! Yay! What's a Megaton Smash? You need to build up power to do it. Okay. Fight the enemies and when you send them packing back to Niflheim, it'll charge your power. Get to full power, and then I'll tell you the next part. Keep Shtarna safe. Great, now you're at maximum power. What do I do? Nina can now perform the Megaton Smash. When at full power, hold the attack button to perform this powerful attack. You can also use the cancel button if you prefer. Get amongst a group of these ruffians and smash! Alright. Oh, that's cute. Woot. Sharna, can you hear me? Yes. Try not to talk. You're clearly... No. Don't you see? Oh, she's got a cute belly. Yeah, she does. Look at the cute little hearts on it. Or it's not hearts, stars.
Incoming ad break.
I only just escaped. The end is coming. The sky will crack. The seas will run red. Honey badgers and squirrels will... Okay, that's enough. But don't you understand? No, we don't. Starna, perhaps if you were to start from where I lost sight of you a few days ago? Okay, Alex says they don't do any written legal briefs or filings in this world because the attorneys are busy having adventures and other gameplay segments. Yes, indeed. Very true. Very true. There's no filings. We don't have filings here. After Milia transformed for real live on set. Milia, you're way off script. Millie, I'll give you this one chance. What have you done with my husband? Get back, everyone. By the sacred feather. Yeah, we already figured out that part. We ran to Janice's trailer. If Milia did that, she must have believed that Janice on the set was some sort of monster imposter. Does that really hang together? I guess she was in a desperate mood. So when you two ran back to the trailer park, Milia thought the real Janice could still be in his trailer. When Janice wasn't there, I flew to look for him. I searched the usual places in the city to no avail, and was forced to open a portal to Niflheim, Realm of Despair, to continue the search. That's where I lost you. And you've been there for several days? That's why we need to hurry. Keep it together, Starna. You searched in Niflheim. What did you find? Did you see Malfara? No. That was the strange part. I snuck through her castle, observed her minions, but she was nowhere to be seen. But she's been busy. How so? Somehow, she's recruited a new army of monsters, greater in number than we've ever seen. She's empowered the major monsters to travel between this realm and hers. This magic seems to snatch the monsters back to Niflheim the moment they are defeated. Every night, the army seems to grow. I don't know how they're doing it. The monsters were guarding something secret. Perhaps some new weapon? I tried to investigate, but I was spotted and only just managed to escape. Wait. I don't get this. Don't get what? You, or at least the girls, defeated Malfara. How is she still able to do this? You told her that? I was being terse. You exaggerated. Can one of you please explain? Malfara is the elemental mother of despair, given form and shape. She really can't be killed, only prevented from harming the people of Midgard, Earth. In our last battle, we soundly defeated her and destroyed her scepter. That scepter gave her the power to scry. By destroying it, we took away that power. Scry? The ability to remotely see events in faraway places. To use magic to spy on people in other rooms, countries, or even realms. Oh, now I get it. She needs to be able to see someone to use her magic on them. It meant that if she wanted to bother Midgard again, she would have to do so in person. But with us and the Valkyries here, she wouldn't think twice about doing that. But why act now after all this time? What did you say? Nothing. Just thinking out loud. But with this army, she could invade Midgard any day now. Well, Malfara's tried many schemes before, right? What did you usually do? We usually started by asking Milia and Amara for help, but Milia's in a cell, and Amara's sworn off being a magical girl. It's hopeless. Maybe not. What if we talk to someone that knows all about ancient magic? Just a sec. Hey, hey, how's my favorite wizard? Nina Aquila? The very same. It is good to hear from you. With all the turmoil in the city. Yeah, about that. You're involved? Why am I not surprised? You know Ramius? Of the Brotherhood of Ishtar? We go way back. That was back to what, chapter 1? This guy was in the Yu-Gi-Oh! One because they were capturing real, actual monsters and putting them into cards that people were playing games with. Now there's an unmistakable pair of voices. Nina, have you been running around in a two-piece? You know the birds? Besides, Comet said my psyche chose the cut of the outfit. She tells that to all the girls. But yes, I'm aware of the valiant Valkyries and their struggle against Malfara, Queen of Despair. Though it has been some time since our paths crossed. We're trying to work out how to stop Malfara's latest plan. Can you help us? Sorry, but I can't directly intervene. After our last meeting, we moved the temple outside of the city limits. And we need to ensure its location is not discovered by outsiders. But I have had dealings with the Queen of Despair before. Though Malfara is utterly evil, she reasons like a person. If she's threatening the city, it'll be for some sort of reason. Just wish I knew what it was. Then why not simply find out? What? Go to Niflheim. Find your answers. If you find Malfara, you could ask her, or if not, a detailed search of her castle may yield the truth. Thanks, Ramius. I wish you the best. So now our lawyer is going to go to Niflheim, apparently. Then we have a plan? Hardly. Milia is still in jail, and I need to defend her tomorrow. Traveling to another realm is going to suck up the day. Perspective, young lady. Huh? Milia may be in a cell, but she is still a Valkyrie. She took an oath to protect this city and this realm. I know that Milia would want you to prioritize that over her welfare. Amara was right. You really are manipulative. But am I wrong? No. We can't just go to Niflheim. I was lucky to escape. What if we didn't go alone? You think you can convince Amara? Or spring Milia from jail? No. But your team, the Valiant Valkyries. It was a team of 5, right? So there are 3 others we could ask. Well, 2. 2? But We'll need to get going if we want to do this. Valkyrie Kara, Lady of Wind and Rain, is known as Kiara Williams. And the other? Let's focus on Kiara first. Kiara is a Neko girl with glasses and brown skin. I heard she got a job somewhere in the city. Look, a Neko girl just for you, Moxie. A Neko girl with brown skin and glasses. You got nothing else to go on? Sorry, we haven't spoken in a while. She used to come to the studio sometimes and bring lunch for Milia and Amara. So maybe someone at the studio knows where we can find her. It's worth a try. Alright, we can either look for Kiara or ask at the studio for more info. Okay. I don't know. Let's go looking. I don't remember offhand where this is, but there's only so many places. Okay, let's see. That's the courthouse. Not the museum. Don't need to go to the... Okay, this cuts out some places. Okay, I can't go there. Okay, not there. Sushi restaurant? Last time we came here, I'm sure we were served by a woman matching the bird's description. There she is. Excuse me? I'm sorry, are you here to meet someone? Oh, yes. We're here. We? I'm here to see Kiara Williams. She works here? I know who she is. She's my manager. But in case you haven't noticed, we're very busy and she doesn't like to be disturbed mid-shift. It's really very important. I'm sure it is. What if I told you I'm a defense attorney? She doesn't need legal representation. Now really. Look, lady. This is my first week on the job and I'm not going to blow it. Kiara asked me not to disturb her, so I'm not going to. So unless you've got some kind of complaint... Complaint? Why else does someone normally march into a restaurant and ask for the manager? Just one seat, please, at the belt. And the birds? Nothing for them. Great, just grab a spare seat. Seems if I want to speak to Kiara, I'm going to have to find some stuff to complain about. Time to go full Karen on this guy. Let's see if I can find 3 things to complain about. It's very funny that you have to... Hey, look, it's a bag of trash. That can go on the list. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Looks like there's a movie poster. Look, there's a huge gap in the wall back here. That can go on the list. Okay, cool. I guess I'll go to the line and sit down. Okay. Yay! Pretty sure this isn't meant to be on the belt. This can go on the list. Okay. First I'm gonna eat a burger. And whatever this is. And that one. And that one. And that one. I think that's enough sushi. Hey, I got a... I got a Chivo for that. Besides, I didn't really come here to eat. Okay. Woot. Welcome to the... Oh, it's you. What do you want? Did you think I was just going to leave? I found a whole list of problems with this place. Structural problems, trash. Well, what have you got to say? I'm sorry. It's hard, okay? And I really need this job. Ever since my previous place downtown closed, with all that redevelopment going on, and then my mother-in-law got involved, my wife listens to her. And I really should have just stayed in the army, you know? I think about that a lot because Okay, he's just doing his job. Let's at least try to be nice. I think I only left because I have unresolved issues with my father. Whoa, 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 settle down. Firstly, I didn't mean... Actually, scratch that. Firstly, you probably need to see someone. But secondly, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I need to speak to Kiara Williams. Could you please ask her over? I'll drop all of this if you do. Sure. Boss? Boss! Customer wants to speak with you. You're really appreciating the conveyor belt dining establishment? Yes, this is a sushi conveyor belt place. But it also has a bunch of other random stuff on the line. Seriously, Chris, another customer complaint? I've told you. Woot! Yeah. I'm assuming you're not just here to complain about the salmon. Come with me to my office. We need to talk. This isn't an office. I don't actually have an office. I just needed somewhere we could be alone. You have a couple of these in your area, Quinn? Yeah, the sushi conveyor belt places. What if someone needs to pee? They'll have to hold it. This is way more important. Comet, Shtarna, what's going on? Well, to begin at, shall I say, the beginning. Me first. Have you spoken to Milia lately, or Amara? No. Honestly, I only recently got promoted. I've been kind of busy. But I drop in from time to time, and sometimes Milia comes here. It's always nice to see her. If she means that much to you, why didn't you choose to work on the show? Hank said... Oof, she bristled a bit at Hank's name. Hank and I were close, briefly. When the fight was over and Malfara was defeated, I felt that we should all make the most of that victory and get on with our lives. Hank offered Milia and Amara a way to keep one foot in that world. In the memory of those who never got their chance to walk away, I felt it important that I live my best life my way. But Hank and I had a bit of a fight, and we never really patched things up. But that doesn't come close to explaining why you've turned up here with the birds. Who are you, anyway? Kiara, my name's Nina Aquila. I'm a defense attorney, specifically Milia's attorney. An attorney for Milia? Kiara, are you aware that Milia is in jail right now? What? That's how? She stands accused of the murder of Janice Duo by intentional sabotage of studio equipment. That's impossible. Millie would never... That's what everyone says, but the evidence is mounting. But she loved him so much. Everyone says that too. That attitude's not helping. I'm sorry, Kiara. I'm sure you can understand. It's been the better part of a week, and I just hear the same things from everyone. She loved that man more deeply than anyone I've ever known. And he was the same in return. I can't even entertain the notion that she would harm him. What about the city? Huh? The problems in Fledge City lately. Are those things all happening because Millie's in jail? It seems a hell of a coincidence otherwise. Kiara, Comet gave me the powers of Valkyrie Brynhild to try and help. Oof. That's not going to go down well. Why does everyone say, Nina, we must make haste? Fine, fine. Well, with all that's happened, I want to go to Niflheim to try and get some answers. I'll join you. Really? Don't you want me to come? Oh, I want you to come, just... I thought you'd need more convincing than that. My best friend's in jail, the city is literally on fire, and you're asking me to come with you to the realm of despair for one last ride. Sounds like fun. I, Kiara Williams, will once again take up the mantle of Valkyrie Kara, Lady of Wind and Rain, in aid of your quest. That's one. Kiara, do you know how we can reach Donnie Trust?
Incoming at break.
Wait, I know that name. How do I know that name? Everyone knows that name. Donnie's a music idol. Fortunately, she's performing at the Moe Moe Music Festival. That's great, but if she's a headline act, security's going to be like a fortress. Not when you've got this. How? She sends me them whenever she's in town. I've only got one of them, though. You should probably go on your own and talk to Donnie. Call me later and I'll come to you. Great! Okay, let's... One more thing. Is Hank seeing anyone? Kinda, sorta? Yes, I think. Oh. I was thinking of getting in touch. He was in here last Monday, just eating on his own. So Alex says, I love that this world has both sentient talking owls with decals and Neko-chan cat people just around the place. You would expect them to be ancestral enemies or something. No, there's coexistence here, at least in part, although there is a war happening in the north, or was a war happening in the north. I remember because it was a cold night, and he wasn't wearing his usual jacket. He was alone? I'll keep my phone handy. Call me once you're ready to meet up. Will do. He said he was on a date, but then he actually wasn't, apparently. Okay, so now we gotta go... Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta go to the Moe Moe Festival. I don't know how to get there from here. That's a fire. I can't go that way. I guess I have to go through here. It's marginally less on fire. That's because the fire department is being active. Like, if you go towards some of the fires, it will, like, the ones that have the lights on, I don't know why I'm pointing like you can see. The ones with the red and blue lights that you can see on the screen right now for the game. That, if you go over there, they're like, it's too dangerous, go the other way, because they're fighting the fires. So. Oh, I thought this was over here. Where is the Moe Moe? I thought it was over here. Ding dang it. That's some rich guy's oh, yay, we're gonna have to go to a rich guy's mansion eventually. Okay, maybe it's up this way. Okay. Now I get to wander around because I don't remember where the thing is. Okay. Okay, I have to go all the way around. Alright. Nope, that's not the way either. Damn it! Where the hell are the... Ah, okay. No, okay, it's down here. Okay, finally. Tickets? What? Tickets for the festival. Oh, just a sec. Okay, backstage pass. A backstage pass? Yeah, we're friends of Danny Trust. I see. Danny's about to go on stage. I'll let you into the venue and you can watch her performance. When she's finished, speak to a member of staff and they'll handle you. Got it? Got it. Ooh, what a crowd. And now... the Moe Moe Music Festival is proud to present. Oh wow, she's really here. I've been waiting for so long to see her perform live. Donnie Trust! Hello, Fledge City! It's really her. I guess we really are gonna have to wait until she's finished. Let's get this show on the road. I have to take a screenshot of this because Moxie's gonna love this character. It's just telling me this game is also SimCity, as well as a magical girl brawler, a JRPG about Valkyrie stuff, and a legal thriller visual novel. Well, it's only about magical girls in this one instance. Some of the other ones, it's totally different. So, depending on the chapter that you're in, it's a different thing. And now we've got idol singers, so... Alright, let's get this show on the road. Who's ready for one from the new album? Such talent. Woo! Hit it! I love that they all have glow sticks. I have no idea this was such a busy event. Donnie's really going for it. Short games done quick vibes, yeah. What was it that Dylan said? Everyone would pack the venue to see the idol Donnie Trust. He really wasn't kidding. It's like every biker in the city is here. Every biker in the city is here. Damn it. How could I have been so blind? Psst, Nina. What's wrong? Malfara's monsters have been kidnapping bikers. And every biker in the city is here. By the world tree, you're right. I've got to warn... Ah! Oh no. Are those monsters? That sound. What? She also has PTSD, by the way, of losing her eye and something very traumatic that happened to her as a child, which I think you might have seen multiple times at this point. So she has flashbacks when certain sounds and stuff happen. Nina! There are people in danger. These people are in danger. We can't allow Malfara to spread this much despair all at once. Raw. Start grabbing. You leave me no choice. No, Comet, she's in no fit state. It's fight or die. By the power of the sacred feather. Really need to leave the "how could I be blind" self-criticisms behind there. Yeah. Let's see. Time to fight. Ah, Valkyrie! Or just do it ironically on purpose. Right? Oh, there's a guy. Let me block that guy.
Welcome on Phoebius 1111.
Banned. Goodbye. Wait, what? I'm wearing... You transformed me? You were in mortal danger. I gave you your powers so I too can control them. We're gonna talk about this later. For now, defend yourself. Ag. No. Weirdest mosh pit ever. I like that. Right. Oh no. Stop that. Oh, right. The sound just went. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Give me that chickum. Get off of my chickum. Die! Okay. Woohoo! Rah! Keep them still so we can send them back to Niflheim. Let's go! Or let them go, Slimo. You're too late, Valkyrie. You can't stop us. Oh yeah, jelly for brains? No one upstages me. Say hello to my little friend. She saved us. All of us. Really, it was nothing. Donnie Truss saved us. Seriously? Nice duds. Somehow I think yours fit better. Hey, I put on a good show, but you're the one who saved my audience. Denny Trost at your service. How did you know the monsters would turn up? I didn't. Then why? Actually, we came to talk to you. Well, you found me. Do you have somewhere quiet we can go talk? Yeah. I can think of one. The bathroom. When you said somewhere quiet, look, I'm not ecstatic about it either, but yeah, the bathroom again. After what happened, I thought we should bail on the festival. And my office is still further across town, so got it. Well, you wanted to talk. So tell me why we're in the women's bathroom at the sushi place. Before we get to that, you gave up your Valkyrie powers. Well, yeah, we all did. Let's circle back around to that. Then how did you incinerate that monster? Oh, that. Normally it's a trade secret. But you're a Valkyrie now, sis. Sis? I did it using an ammo pack for our special VX machine. A Pyron 9000? Yeah. I grabbed the ammo pack, then lifted the catch and deployed the flame spurt manually. You can do that? Oh yeah, I used it as part of my act. Actually, we used to do it a lot more. Early in my career, I leaned heavily into pretending I was a magical girl idol. But flick, click, boom. That thing was toast. I see. Oh, but don't tell the manufacturer we do that. You're not really supposed to. Doing it uses up the entire contents of the ammo pack in one go. So afterwards it'd be empty? Yeah. Okay, that's needed for court. Why are you so concerned anyway? Oh, I get it. I rained on your parade, sis. Huh? You were doing a great job with the shing shing pa-chow bam. I should have let you tackle that monster all on your own. I appreciate the assistance. Well, judging by how you've got the birds with you, you're on a brand new adventure. All the best, sis, but I gotta... Milia Norden is in jail. What did you just say? I said Milia Norden is in jail. I'm actually her attorney. That's how I got involved in all this. How? Why? When? What happened? Milia's standing trial for the murder of Janice Duo. No, she wouldn't. But how? It might be better if I start at the beginning. I was invited to attend a filming for a scene. Then Kiara gave me a backstage pass so I could come see you. I headed to the concert, and you know the rest. This is a lot to take in. So Milia kept being a magical girl even after everything that happened? Damn it, Millie, why did you take that all upon yourself? Not gonna lie, sis. When I heard about all the bad stuff going on in Fledge City, part of me did wonder. And seeing you at the concert, I guess this all relates to why you have a sacred feather. It was necessary, Donnie. I gave her the feather for Brunhild. Oof. That's not going to go down well. Okay, I've had enough of this. Why does everyone keep saying that? Comet hasn't even told you? No. I was awaiting the right moment. The right moment was before you drafted this poor woman into the magical war. The fate of the city, nay, the world, hangs in the balance. I swore I wouldn't blame myself. Can you two just stop for a sec? This ends now. Why does everyone cast their eyes down when they find out about my powers? Do you know why we all walked away from the magical girl life? You defeated Malfara. That's part of it, but not all. On the outside, it all looks so innocent. Playful, even. Sparkles, glitter, matching uniforms. Going out at night to fight evil, then worrying about dating in the daylight. But that's just the sugar-coated topping. Beneath that, there was a war. A war fought by soldiers. And some soldiers never come home. Erica, right? So you have heard of her? Not really. Hank has a picture of you all together.
Incoming at break.
Now that I've met you, she's the only Valkyrie I'm wielding Erica's powers, aren't I? Mm-hmm. Donnie, what happened to her? When the war reached its peak, Malfara sent her greatest weapon to Earth. Her son, the evil Prince Kakon. We confronted him together, as we always did when Malfara sent a monster to terrorize Fledge City. We fought to a standstill, and together we just managed to defeat him. So powerful was Milia's final attack that the building around us collapsed and Kakon was crushed by the falling masonry. We searched, but there was so much rubble we never even saw his body. Then what happened? Amara was incensed. She insisted that once Malfara found that we'd killed her only son, her fury would be off the scale. Your ad blocker is blocking the ads, but it's also making you hit play on the stream again. Ah, rats. Yuck. But as Malfara had given me a measure of her magic had given a measure of her magic to her son, we thought that was the time. The time? The time to press the advantage, to strike while the iron was hot. And you all agreed on that? All of us except Erica. She felt it was unjust to take advantage of such a situation. Big Sis always was the sweetest of us. You were close? I had a mom, but Erica was like a mom that understood me. But Milia made a decision, and as our leader, we respected that. Comet and Shtarna opened a portal to Niflheim, and the final confrontation began. We underestimated Malfara's power. Even in her weakened state, she was still formidable. Seeing a chance, Shtarna told us to smash Malfara's scepter, as she used this to focus her magic. We had hoped it would trap her in her realm, and we could escape. Amara was the one who struck, smashing the scepter into 1,000,000 pieces beyond any hope of repair. Then what happened? We raced back to the portal as fast as we could. Milia and Amara were first, followed by Kiara and the birds. But then Eric and I were attacked by Malfara, who had pursued us. I turned to fight. I couldn't. I wouldn't. Take your time. Big Sis grabbed me and threw me through the portal. And I fell backwards through the eye of the portal. And as I fell backwards through the eye of the portal, as it rapidly closed, I watched Big Sis sacrifice her life to save ours. You're sure she... When we arrived on the other side, back on Earth, Erica's feather materialized back in Comet's possession. Erica was dead, we were sure. Donnie, I understand that this might be a lot to ask. You're going, aren't you? To Niflheim, I mean. That's what this is all about. I have to. Even if I could exonerate Milia, it'll be meaningless if she's released from police custody when Fledge City is reduced to a pile of rubble. Plus, I have questions. Questions that perhaps only Malfara can answer. You want to know why she's doing this? There are a million answers to that, most of which won't help Milia. The question I need to ask isn't just why. It's why now? And maybe, just maybe, that'll make all the difference. Take me with you. You sure? Could be dangerous, and after what you said about Big Sis. Big Sis died for a reason. But if Malfara comes back and wins, then she died for nothing. I won't let that happen. If needs must, I will become Valkyrie Regenleaf, Lady of Fire and Dance once more. Lead the way, sis. About the sis thing. What? You're a Valkyrie now, Nina. We're sisters. That's two. Thanks, Donnie. But if you're going to do this, we need to talk to Milia first. She was our leader, and none of this changes that. That's going to be difficult. Milia's in police custody. Over at the detention center, she won't talk about any of this stuff. She takes your vow of secrecy very seriously, and she's concerned about recording devices. I'm convinced Milia will hold her vow even if she's to be executed. The situation is beyond dire. If we all show up as one, we might be able to convince her that this isn't for her, but for the safety of the city. It's just like with you at the concert. I'm doubtful, frankly, but let's give it a try. You want to go now? Let me give you my number, and you can call me when it's time. My manager is probably freaking out right now, so I'd better make a few calls myself. See you at police detention. Oh wow, it's evening already? Time's running out. Let's get to police detention. Okay, so I'm going to finish this police detention part, and then I'm going to go, because it's about 7-something today as well, for me. Oh, okay. I've got to call people. Kiara, Donnie. It's been so long. Love the new outfit. It's from my new tour. Gotta bring the old razzle-dazzle. Are you two ready for this? I've no idea how Milia is going to react to seeing you both. It might be emotional. I just want you to be prepared for that. We're ready, sis. We're here for Millie and the city. Then follow me. Can't you just leave? Huh? I don't want your help. You've got what you want, so just let it go. Someone's in there with Milia. Why are you always like this? Always gotta be the hero. Always gotta be the sacrificial lamb. And they have the audacity to call me a diva. You think this is what I wanted? You to be in jail? Looks like I'm gonna have to jump in. I'm surprised to see you here. That's rich coming from you. What are the rest of you doing here? Miss Aquila recruited us for a mission. She was very persuasive. So you've wormed your way in now, huh? I guess Erica's memory doesn't mean much to you. Amara. I've got nothing to prove to you, Amara. Oh yeah? You want to go? Let's go. Nina, are you okay? That came from outside. Stick with me, Nina. Okay, breathe. Count to 10. I'm fine. No, you're not. You're having a panic attack. Believe me, I know. Give it a moment to pass. I'll be fine in a sec. Did the power go out? Yeah, it must be a blackout. Power's out for the whole block. No power. And I see what looks like fire downtown. What direction? That would mean from the park. We've got to do something. No. Don't you see? What? Milia, the power is out. You can guarantee that we are not being recorded. I'm pretty sure they have backup. Backup like a generator at the police station. But whatever. I'm not sure why that matters. Oh, Nina knows everything, Milia. She wields the powers of Valkyrie Brunhild. Sorry, we just don't have time for the full rundown. You haven't seen it all from in here. The city's going to hell in a handbasket. Malfara's got to be involved. Milia, listen. We know you still have your powers. And when you transformed on the soundstage, that it was for real. But a ton of stuff still doesn't make sense. Come on, Millie, talk to us. We could always talk, sis. It's just like old times. A lot's riding on it, Milia. You can tell us anything. We'll understand. Oh, will you all just shut up? I told you, Nina, right when all this started, but you wouldn't listen. I did it. I really did it. I transformed, and I attacked that creature on the set. Didn't you see? Janice was replaced with Prince Kakon. See, I told you it was Prince Kakon. I knew it. Okay. Malfara's son. That's impossible, Milia. Kakon's dead. He died years ago. We never saw his body. On the day, on the soundstage, Shtarna alerted me, but as soon as she did, I could sense it. It was real. In a flash, magic replaced my husband with one of our greatest enemies. Everyone in the studio, maybe even the city, was in danger. Well, that's understandable. You attacked Kakon to protect the city. No, that's not it. I loved Janice, the studio, the life we'd all built. We had plans for the future. Once I saw Kakon, that all came crashing down in an instant. I'd let down my guard, allowed myself to be happy outside of my duty. But this is how it always worked. To spare. My motivations were not just. You can't imagine how furious I was, boiling white-hot rage. I've never felt anything like it. I wanted to kill that thing. Oh, Millie. Once it was over, I thought for an instant I might find Janice unharmed over at his trailer. So you ran there. But he wasn't there. No one's gonna blame you, Millie, at least not in this room. I can only imagine how that must have felt. No, no, no. Hey, lawyer, can't you read a room? This makes 0 sense. What? Knowing Milia transformed and attacked Kakon on set for real? Milia comes out with it like some sort of last confession, as if it's meant to answer all the questions. But it doesn't answer any of them. It just poses a dozen more. Like? When you're hunting with one bullet, you wait for a clean shot. Let's say you're Kakon, or even Malfara. You want to destroy Milia and conquer the city. After your defeat, you hide. Milia gets a job, gets married, time goes by, she's a success. Then you reveal yourself apropos of nothing one day and get incinerated? If that was Kakon on the soundstage, what happened to Janice? Meanwhile, a dozen other things point to Milia using the soundstage equipment to commit a crime. Coincidence? To suggest that would be absurd. Nothing is that perfect. Nothing. Something is going on here. I don't know what, but I intend to find out. Starting with possibly the greatest unanswered question. Why is all this happening? Something like that. To paraphrase Livewire, the why in this case is like asking a chess player why they make a move. The ultimate answer is to win. A better question is to ask, better question to ask isn't why, it's why now. And I just can't help but feel as if we answer that, we unravel the rest. We've searched high and low in all the obvious places and are still no closer to the truth. We need to go to Niflheim. I'm still in. Me too. Nina? Huh? You know that going to Niflheim will be dangerous, right? This isn't like being in court. I agreed to represent Milia, and I intend to do so to the best of my abilities. Why? You don't know us. Not really. Why are you sticking your neck out so far? Because she's a hero. A real-life, bona fide, magical girl hero. And once, a long time ago, one just like her was on TV in the children's wing of the hospital, and a frightened little girl watched her adventures through her one working eye. For 20 minutes each morning, that little girl wasn't so afraid. And that little girl needs to do this. I don't like you. But you seem sincere. The city's in danger and you need all the help you can get. If you'll forgive me for some of the unkind things I've said to you in the past few days, then I shall ride with you. And if necessary, as your sister, I shall die with you. Oh, sad.
It's delicious Pandu_Quinn21.
That's 4. Though let's hope it doesn't come to that. Then let's do this. Come on, Millie, let's bust you out. No. Why the hell not? Because I'm guilty. Haven't you been listening? My powers are what got us all into this mess. I'm not sure I can face transforming again. Millie. No, Millie is right. She should stay. Do you always have to butt in like that? You're the one saying Milia was framed. I don't agree with her reasons for sitting this one out, but the way the court case has gone over in the last few days, Milia looks guilty. I can't sugarcoat it. It's not looking good. We've arrived at a time when all will turn against us. If she leaves on the eve of the trial, Judge Tawny will make a summary judgment and it'll all be over. Milia will be running from the law for the rest of her life. No, what'll exonerate Milia won't be magic or heroism. It's evidence. Milia, if we're not back, go to the trial as planned. I'll try to be back in time and maybe, just maybe, we can crack this wide open. Good luck, all of you. I'll be rooting for you. Now what? We go to Niflheim. Let me check the route. I can open another portal, but I'll need to get to the nexus of energy for this region. Where's that? Right where you found me this morning over in Centrum Park. There are monsters in the streets. We'll have to fight our way there. Comet? Of course. What are you all waiting for? Oh, haha. Milia always used to call for us to transform. She was the leader after all. Now what? Okay, let's take charge. I don't want to defer to Amara. Amara can kiss my ass. Then let's do this. By the power of the sacred feather, Valkyries, transform! Cocked, locked, and ready to... You haven't changed. Admit it, this feels good. Cut the chatter, both of you. Nina, we're ready to roll. Then let's get going.
Incoming at break.
All right. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way to the park. Nina, you good to take point? You got it. Time to save the city one last time. We're with you all the way, Nina. Let's roll. Okay. I'm gonna save it and stop here because it's already like a bit over the time I was going to be streaming for. We will pick up with this part the next time I stream this game. And maybe we'll finish it the next time. I have no idea. So, in saying that, thank you all so much for hanging out with me for this time as we continue to play this game. And take care of yourself and remember to smile. If I don't talk to y'all before the 4th, have a happy 4th and a good weekend.